Hi, it's Sarah with mynaturalbabybirth.com. This video is all about how you can beat your pregnancy aches and pains through the right kind of exercise and nutrition and other tips and tricks that we're going to talk about, because pregnancy is loaded with aches and pains that you don't want, right? How can you beat that? Now we're going to talk about those things today. If you want to know more about how to prepare for a natural birth with just the essentials to make a big difference, you can go to mynaturalbabybirth.com/resource guide. Download a quick little small little ebook, free guide for you with all of the essentials I think are the most beneficial for you in getting ready for your birth. Okay, so on to it. Why do we have all these pregnancy pains in the first place? And we're not talking about like morning sickness and those kinds of pains. I'm talking about back pain, and when your muscles and bones and ligaments just hurt and everything's uncomfortable. Why is this happening, right? So your body is churning out so much hormone. There's one in particular to blame for all of this. Relaxin is a hormone that helps soften and loosen and allow your connections to stretch. So your ligaments, your tendons, bone to bone, everything down in your pelvis that needs to open up. And it's very important that this happens, of course, but it also means that if your muscles are not strong enough to hold all of your connections and your body together with all of the added blood pressure and blood weight and baby and fat and water and everything else that just balloons up, if your muscles aren't strong enough for that, your connective tissues take a beating. Hence the back pain and the pelvic pain and everything in between. So, how do we strengthen our body the right way? Well, we're going to talk about some excellent exercises for you. The first thing you can do are Kegels. These are an exercise for your pelvic floor. So your pelvis is shaped like a triangle, right? And at the bottom of your pelvis is a muscular sac, you could say. It's like the bottom of a sack, and this is your Kegel area. And I forget the official name of the muscle, but it basically is lining the bottom of your pelvis, and your vagina and your urethra and your anus are all three holes that run through this muscle. And if it is weak, it is bulging out under the pressure of baby and everything else that's holding up. You leak, you have urinary incontinence, and when you tighten that, it allows you to hold up your pelvic floor so much better, and then you're able to relax it so much better when you need to for when you're giving birth. So how do you strengthen this? By doing Kegel exercises. The easiest way to feel for the right muscular area is when you're going to the bathroom and you're peeing. While you're peeing, just stop your urine flow. You know, when you're just going and then you need to stop peeing, say you had to get up really fast, stop yourself from peeing, and those muscles that you're tightening to stop your urine flow are the correct muscles you want to do in strengthening your Kegels. And so then once you get that feeling of stopping and starting your pee, you can know exactly what to focus on. So Kegels, they're an awesome exercise because you can do them without anybody knowing. You don't have to be dressed a certain way. You don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to get down on the floor and look silly. You can do them anywhere, anytime, any place. And I would often do them while I was driving to work and commuting in my car. Easy. You want to do them as much as you can. All you have to do is simply squeeze those muscles, hold it for a couple seconds, and relax. And then do that over and over and over again until you're tired. Take a break, come back later, do some more. You can do it while you're sitting at the computer, watching TV, whatever you do. The more you do them, the stronger your pelvic floor and the less likely you're going to leak. It doesn't completely eliminate that, but it really, really helps. Okay, so that was Kegels. The next one are squats. Squats are fantastic also for your pelvic floor and then everything around it in your lower core. So I'm going to put the camera down here on the floor so I can show you the right and wrong way to squat. Okay, so your squats are strengthening your thighs, your butt and hips, and your quads, okay? So the wrong way to squat is so that, you know what? That is not even low enough, you guys. The wrong way to squat is in a manner that hurts your knees. So, say you want to do some squats and you're standing here, right? And you start squatting down. This is the wrong way to squat. See how far forward my knees are? You do not want them to go over the tops of your toes. Then it puts all the strain on your knees. This is the wrong way to squat. Absolutely no. This is the right way to squat. You're going to step a little wider. You can turn your feet out a little bit. And you're going to stick your butt back. I don't want to hit the wall. You're going to stick your butt back like you're sitting in a chair. And your knees do not go over or past farther forward than your toes. And so then all the muscles working are your thighs and your quads and your butt and a little bit of your lower back. You can put your hands out like this. You can hold on to a desk if you need to. You want to keep your feet flat on the floor. Don't go up on your toes because then that puts strain on your knees. Keep your feet flat and you want to go down as far as you can, okay, and then come back up. You can even squeeze with a pop around your thrusting muscles at the top and then do it again. Down and then up. And you can do these over and over and over. There I go. I'm looking at the wrong spot. And the more you squat, the better, faster, easier birth you're going to have. It's opening up your lower pelvis. It's strengthening all the muscles you need to hold everything together. And so Ina May Gaskin, in fact, she's the grandmother of midwifery. She says that if you squat 300 times a day, you're going to give birth really quickly. It's a kind of I like that. Good quote from her. Anyway, you can do squats all the time. You don't necessarily have to be at the gym. If you're in your kitchen and you need to reach under a cupboard to get a pot, don't bend. You're going to strain your back. Don't bend. Squat down to get it. When you're getting in and out, clothes in and out of the washer and dryer, don't bend over. You're going to kill your back. Squat down. Our bodies were made to squat. Watch little kids when they play outside. Do they bend over like adults? No, they squat down, right? And they sit cross-legged. And so make sure you're doing squats every single day. They're fantastic. You don't have to worry about being able to go down as low as you just saw me do. The more you do them, the more flexible you will become and the lower you will be able to go. But go as low as you can for now. Okay, so our next exercise is pelvic thrusts. And these are the best thing for your lower back pain. Let me put this back on the floor again so I can show you. Pelvic thrusts are fantastic for your lower back. So, hopefully you guys can see this so I don't knock something over. Okay, so a pelvic thrust, you're going to get down on all fours on the floor like so, okay? So that your arms, legs are 90 degrees. I'm going to hit my head on my desk, you guys. Anyway, what you're going to do, it's kind of like cat-cow in yoga. So this would be cat like this, but we don't want to do this. We want to do the cow version, which is you arch your back like so, and then you're thrusting your lower pelvis forward and rotating the top of your pelvis back. And it's just like a simple rocking motion. Honestly, it's kind of like humping. But the funny thing is that it strengthens your lower back. And it doesn't look like much, but when you have a big belly that you're trying to pick up, it really, really strengthens your lower back. So the awesome thing about pelvic thrusts is as you do them, as your belly gets bigger, your back will get stronger and stronger with the size of your belly, and it will become more of a lower back exercise, and they're fantastic. You want to do them every single day and do at least 50. Do them at night right before bed. They do take a little bit more effort because you need to like be on the floor, so you don't want to look silly, and you probably want to do them at home, but they are fantastic and will almost always eliminate your back pain. Okay, pelvic thrusts. Then the next thing that's going to help eliminate pain is rolling out. So if you have a foam roller or if you have a lacrosse ball, a really hard one, you can sit on it on your butt, on your back, and on the sides of your hips, and you can roll out any knots or tension or pain, your IT band on the side of your leg, to help get rid of any extra tension that's sitting in there. Fantastic. The next thing you need to do is go visit a chiropractor. They are going to make sure everything is aligned in a proper way, because once something is out of place, there's tension. Even if you can't tell, it can get worse and worse and worse. And a chiropractor can help ensure that you are held together as well as possible. I love going to the chiropractor. I recommend visiting one at least every other week when you're pregnant, preferably once a week. And it doesn't hurt. A lot of people think that visiting a chiropractor is painful. It's not. It's not painful at all. And it's actually really easy when you're pregnant because you move and shift so easily that it's hardly any work for them to actually adjust you. So do that. Okay, if you already have aches and pains, how can we help alleviate them before your muscles start to get strong? There is a fantastic cream that Melaleuca makes that's all natural, and it has essential oils in it that you can rub on sore areas. It's kind of like icy hot. And you can get that from Melaleuca. Just go to mynaturalbabybirth.com/Melaleuca and search Penetrate cream. I'll also link to it below this video, which is great, and it's like icy hot. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's all natural and not chemical. And then make sure that you are resting too. So many people are going to tell you, oh, you need to rest, honey. You need to get off your feet. You need to, get as much rest as you can before the baby comes. And that's true, but when you're sitting on your butt all day, you hurt a lot more than when you're walking and exercising. I promise. So take the extra stairs and not the elevator. Stand while you're at work, and you can sway or sit on an exercise ball. It makes such a big difference. Our bodies were made to move, and when they're not, all of the fluid dynamic motions that are taking place inside of us get stuck. And when things get stuck, there's tension, which leads to pain, and we don't want to go down that trail. So have a great balance between movement and rest. Obviously, don't wear yourself out so that you are in a new sort of pain, but make sure that you have a healthy level of movement and exercise, and then the rest and quality sleep will come. Take a hot, relaxing bath with some Epsom salt and go to bed early. Another preventative that we're going to talk about is for nutrition. There are things that you can eat that can help aches and pains. So, you know how you've done a really hard workout and you've got sore muscles the next day and you're stiff, and we don't want that. So one of the keys to preventing that is having enough protein within like half an hour after you exercise, because your body has broken down those muscles, which is why you have sore muscles. It's not always lactic acid buildup. It's because your muscles have literally broken down because they've worked hard. And so it needs protein. Your body needs protein immediately to build those back up. So you can have a protein shake. some chicken, some nuts, cheese after you exercise, and that will help prevent any soreness or stiff muscles. And then the second nutrient you need is potassium. Potassium plays a really important role with the tension and flexion of your muscles. And if you don't have enough potassium in your blood, that's when you can get Charlie horses in your legs, or you wake up in the middle of the night and your calf is killing you and it won't relax. It's usually because of a lack of potassium and water. So your prenatal vitamin should have enough potassium in it, but if you still find you have aches and pains like Charlie horses, then you can have potatoes actually are a much better source of potassium than even bananas. And make sure you have the skin on your potato because most of the potassium is in the skin. So have a baked potato once or twice a week. It'll really make a difference. Okay, so we talked about why we get all these stupid aches and pains during pregnancy beyond the obvious, and it's because our muscles aren't strong. So what are the things that we can help do to prevent those aches and pains? You're going to do Kegels, you're going to do squats, pelvic thrusts, gently rolling out tight areas, visiting your chiropractor, using natural pain relief like Melaleuca's Pain-Nitrate Cream, which I'll link to, and then having a great balance between movement and rest, relaxing with hot bath, and then make sure that you're having enough protein and potassium in your diet. So, now, if you're brand new to all of this, I'm going to challenge you. Do your pelvic thrusts 50 a night before you go to bed. Do that for an entire week and see how your back feels. See how much better it feels, and then come back and tell me. Leave me a comment. You can email me, Sarah@mynaturalbabybirth.com. We can talk about it. If you have some funny or weird or strange or freaky pregnancy pain that you have no idea what it is or what to do, how to prevent it, let us know. You're not the only one with a weird ache or pain. Leave me a comment below, give me a thumbs up, and share this video. You can get the Relaxation During Childbirth ebook, where I talk about even more ways to relax all of the muscles in your body so that you're beating the tension during your labor contractions and preventing additional pain. You can go to mynaturalbabybirth.com/relax and get your copy of that book. And I will talk to you next week. Have a great day.